All right, good afternoon, everybody. Court will resume with the February 24th, 2022 docket. And let's see, we're on live stream again. And 6 and 7. We're going to be doing Jose Luis.
Judge, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Judge, I apologize. My staff thought I was done this morning with my suit, and they took it to the dry cleaner, Judge, already. So I apologize, Judge.
Okay, no problem. Good thing you're on so far. And so, Jose Luis Olalde?
Yes, Your Honor.
Olalde? Okay. Let's see. There's two cases. Is it going to be a plea on both of them or just one?
It's two, Judge, but one's an open plea.
Okay, both two pleas. Okay, here we go. Be possession and then a failure to identify, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may put your hand down. Two cases, Mr. Olalde. CR 2201-417D, Class B misdemeanor possession. CR 2201-418D, Class B misdemeanor failure to ID. Each case is a Class B misdemeanor. Each case carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that for each case, you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal. And did you waive those two rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give a plea?
Yes.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily on both cases?
Yes, sir.
All right. State's evidence?
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of different right of appeal as State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as State Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment as State Exhibit 4. State will also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed is sufficient to corporate plead guilty.
No objection, so stipulated, Your Honor.
Without objection, so admitted. It will be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged on both cause numbers, CR 2201-417D and CR 2201-418D. And recommendations beginning with the CR 2201-417D.
Yes, Judge. This will be an open plea, Judge.
Okay.
The state recommend $150 fine, court costs, 180 days in the Garza County Jail, probate for 6 months, a drug acquisition course, and 20 community service hours.
And 20 community hours. All right. And yes, sir, Mr. Moreno.
Judge, just like the other plea that you're taking up also, we're asking for a time served on this one, Judge. You guys spent, I believe, 9 or 10 days in jail. These are misdemeanors, and asking that he be.
Okay, let me hear the recommendation on the second one, CR 2201-418D.
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 17 days in the Garza County Jail, credit for 17 days.
Okay. And he's also done 17 days on the other one?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, then for both, we can do 0 fine, 0 court costs, 17 days in jail, credit for 17. It'll be a time served for both cases. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That'll do it. Thank you very much. You may be excused. Thank you, sir.
Judge,
Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Judge, I have another one, but it's scheduled for 3 o'clock. It's a compliance hearing. I'm not sure.
Yes, we come back at 3, right? We'll come back at 3 o'clock.
Cool, Judge. Thank you.
We'll see you. Thank you.
Mr. Ortega, number 8,
Number 8 and number 9. That'll be Alejandro Gonzalez.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. You have two cases. Alejandro Gonzalez, right, sir?
Yes, sir. Alejandro Gonzalez.
Okay, I think it's a plea on the second one, the 22D, and then a possible dismissal on the first one, 21D.
Yes.
All right.
It's a plea to the court, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. CR 2201-522D, Alejandro Rangel Gonzalez. Your charge here is a Class B misdemeanor of harassment. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waive those two rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and need assessment as Exhibit 4. State will also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to properly plead guilty.
Your Honor, no objection. We so stipulate to venue jurisdiction. We further stipulate to the evidence.
And without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged in CR 2201-522D. And the recommendation, state?
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $200 fine, court costs, 180 days in the Douglas County Jail, probate for 1 year, a life skill course, 20 community service hours, and the defendant should stay away from the victim, Ruben Leal.
Ruben Leal. All right. Yes, sir, Mr. Ortegon?
Judge, my client is not wanting probation, Your Honor. My client is wanting time served, or whatever the court feels appropriate.
Okay. And so he's done what, 14 days already? About 14 days?
Been like up to the 9th.
I have 12.
It's in the 9th of February. Been like
Okay.
14 days.
Okay. All right. Very well. All right. Let's see here. We can do 0 fine, 0 court costs and do the, yeah, we can do 14 days in jail credit for 14. That'll be a time served.
Judge, can you add that if time served for the defendant to stay away from the victim?
Correct.
No
To stay-
objection.
To stay away from Ruben Leal. Ruben Leal. Then you have a second case, right, state?
Yes, Judge, on CR 22-015-21D, that will be dismissed with the aforementioned plea, Judge.
Court will hereby dismiss CR 22-015-21D, State versus Alejandro Gonzalez, case dismissed. That'll do it, Mr. Ortegon. Have a great day, sir. You stay
All
safe.
righty. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Number 1.
All right, how about Leo Franco?
So motion to revoke.
MTR.
Mr.
with
on
that
behalf
motion?
of Mr. Franco.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. That'll be Leo Paul Franco Jr. All right, good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may put your hand down, CR 21-07082D, Leo Paul Franco Jr. This is a revocation proceeding whereby the Adult Probation Office and DA's office are both alleging that you violated your probation. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that that if the court finds that you did violate your probation, that the court may sentence you to the full amount of punishment that was probated back then when you pled guilty?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
All right. Has your attorney explained to you what are the conditions of probation that you allegedly violated?
Yes.
That was explained to you and you understand them all pretty well?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what is your plea? True or not true that you at least violated one of those conditions?
That's true. I violated it.
I'm sorry?
I violated it.
I violated it.
Oh, okay. So your plea is true? On here, true?
True.
Okay, very well. And are you pleading true to the court freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge, state offer waiver of rights, consent to stipulation of evidence, and plea of true to state motion to revoke community supervision as State Exhibit 1. State also requests defendant to stipulate that he is the same defendant who was previously placed on probation.
Objection, Your Honor, agreeing stipulated.
Without objection, so admitted. It will be the finding of this court that Leo Paul Franco Jr. did violate probation in CR 21-07082D. Recommendation, state.
Yes, Judge, the state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 123 days in Douglas County Jail, credit for 123 days.
All right, court will hereby waive the fine and court costs. It'll be 123 days for 123. That'll be a time served. Time served, you're excused. Thank you, sir.
You
You too.
You're
Bye-bye.
excused.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day. You're
Thank
excused.
you, Judge, you too.
Bye-bye.
Mr. De La Fuente for 2345.
2345. Christian Perez, right? Christian Perez?
Good afternoon, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. It'll be 4 cases, right, sir?
3 cases, Judge.
3? 1, 2, 3. I think, let's see. Which of the ones is going to plea on?
He's
Yes,
gonna
one
plea
of them
on
is
the,
One of them is entered twice.
Ah, one of them is entered
Yeah,
twice.
3
Okay.
and 4.
Okay, 3 and 4 are the same thing.
Same
Let me-
thing.
All right, let me just do 1. There you go. So you're right, State. There are 3 cases. Is he going to plead all 3 of them?
he's gonna plead to one of them, Judge, the burglary of vehicle.
Okay, burglar vehicle. Let me do that one. That's the last one I have here on the last bottom of the page. Mr. Perez, right? Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. CR 21-08-239D, Christian Yordi Perez. Your charge here, Class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waived those 2 rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, sir.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay, State?
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of different right of appeal as State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 30.14, disclosure as State Exhibit 3. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate in the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to cover plea guilty.
Your Honor, no objections, so agreed and stipulated.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court that Christian Yordi Perez is guilty as charged in CR 21-08-239D. Recommendation, State?
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 219 days in Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 219 days.
219?
Yes, Judge.
Court will hereby waive the fine and court costs. That'll be a time served. 219 days, credit for 219, time served for this one. And then we have 2 others. Yes, sir.
Yes, Judge. On CR 21-08-237D and CR 21-08-238D, those will be dismissed with the aforementioned plea, Judge.
All right, court will hereby dismiss CR 21-08-237D, CR 21-08-238D, both of them Christian Yordi Perez. Both cases are hereby dismissed. Anything else, sir, Mr. De La Fuente?
Mr. Perez, did you understand everything that was explained to you there?
Yes, sir.
Nothing
Okay.
further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Y'all stay safe.
Your Honor.
Thank
You
you.
too, Judge.
Bye-bye.
That's it.
Ready for jail right now? Thank you, Jill.
Take care, Judge.
Yes, sir. Take care. Stay safe. Is that it for right now?